We recently assisted a landowner in northern Missouri, and I noticed, based on his comments, that him and his sons have been walking from their lodge, little cabin on their property, all the way through their farm to get to the stand. That's a lot of disturbance. And we shared that on Growing Deer, and I had a lot of questions about that subject. So today, I want to share how we approach a couple of stands or blinds here at the Proving Grounds. I'm standing on an interior road here at the Proving Grounds, and a trail we've already prepared for this season, going through the woods here, a couple hundred yards. When we look at a map of this area, you might think it makes sense to park at the bottom of the hill or the top of the hill and walk into this area. Clearly, the UTV on the gravel is going to make some noise coming in here. But we work from a UTV on this property throughout the year. We're taking seed to plant a food plot, doing a prescribed fire, running traps, hanging stands, whatever. Deer are conditioned to this, and they don't associate it with danger. We hunt intensively on this property. Probably 2 or 3 guys are out hunting every week, multiple days a week, from September 15th to January 15th. Deer certainly associate our scent with danger. That's true for a lot of properties, so it's much easier to get as close to the stand as practical in the UTV, something deer do not associate with danger, and limit the exposure of the predator, us, going to the stand. Given this setup, we got a couple 100-yard walk. I'll take you on that walk, and you will see why, in this case, it's better to walk the last little bit than go right through the food plot. As we're going down the trail, notice we've blown all the leaves out of the way. Much quieter walking on rock and bare dirt here than leaves, and leaves are very porous. They will retain scent longer than just walking in this place from rock to rock. We've also trimmed all limbs out of the way, so we don't have to be putting our hands all over limbs or making noise while approaching or leaving the stand before or after dark. Another real advantage of this system is you never get lost. You're going in without much light before daylight. How many of y'all have missed your stand by 10 or 20 yards, spent more time putting more scent on the ground? So let's take a walk and we'll show you this setup of how we enter this stand. Onyx shows it's about 350 yards from where we left the Yamaha to the stand. That's not an easy 350. You know, you're going down, crossing a little dry creek and coming up to the stand. And it's only about 250 yards to the edge of the plot. We could get dropped off there. So you may wonder, why are we taking this walk through a creek and up when we could be dropped off and walk right through the plot? The approach and exit of each stand needs to be considered. So I mentioned this is at the east end of a plot. If we have a north, south, or west wind, our scent is going to be going all through the area around this plot if we approach from that end of the plot. By entering from the northeast, it would be very rare that the wind carries our scent into an area where we expect deer to approach the plot. Our approach strategy for this stand has been tested. Last fall, Daniel took this trail into the stand, got up pretty quietly, and he tagged a mature buck that approached the field just uphill from this stand. If Daniel and Owen had approached this stand by coming through the plot, most likely the wind would have carried their scent into the area where that buck was bedded, and or he would have crossed their trail as he entered the plot. As it was, the buck never knew these guys were hunting here, and it provided Daniel a great opportunity. There's a redneck blind at the other end of this plot. The technique of having multiple stands or blinds around a single plot is often overlooked. But let's think about this. If you go through all the effort to clear trees and plant and maintain a food plot, you don't want to limit it to one set of wind directions. I want to have multiple hunting locations so no matter the wind direction, I can hunt that area that's going to attract deer.